Okay, so welcome to my channel. This is going to be part one of me sharing my reading journal for 2026. So we're going to take a look at what I've done so far. I still have many pages that are in the works. But first we're going to start off with our Archer and Olive A5 bullet journals dot grid. And I got this, I want to say in the spring. It's the bookshelf. I really enjoyed that bookshelf with this gold foiling, and then you can see on the side it's like the shelf of the books, and there's nothing on the back. So we're going to open this bullet journal up and take a look again at what I've done so far in my reading journal. Here is where we have the gold foiling and the bookshelves from the inside cover, the nameplate that I'm going to be working on. I just haven't come up with how I want to start it. Then we open up our cover page, is what I'll call the cover page. And this basically kind of talks about the type of books that I like, from romance to urban romance, fantasy, a little thriller here and there. And the quote I came up with is, "I read to feel it all, the grit of the block, the pull of forbidden love, the sparkle of a spell, and the laughter that says love can be soft and strong." It's just something I came up with to open up the book, a little quote. Then we move on to All right, so we moved on to the plot twist targets, and I have to come and make a correction. Um, I putting down my stickers, I put my epilogue and my prologue in the wrong spots. So I just wanted to go over that. I wrote this as a funny kind of what the reading goals will be. So in the video, you're going to see it says epilogue, but that's actually the prologue. And the prologue is showing you what my goals are: read 100 books, complete 2 reading challenges, have 1 buddy read, attend 1 book club event, read 3 physical books. I don't have room for physical books, so I don't really get the physical books, but my uh, prologue, which it should say prologue, is welcome to the reading journal goals. Here's this reading journal is where I process story chaos, mostly by yelling, texting, and fake pearl grabbing plus document along the way. So I have to fix that. So I'll be moving my stickers where the prologue is going to be at the first book and the epilogue will be on the second book. So at the end of the year is where I'll put what I accomplished in my reading goals, and the epilogue is going to read, "This year's last chapter, my book app holds my secrets and glows with both triumphs and temptations. My bullet journal waits like a gossiping friend, so may the pages I record now be equal parts victory, chaos, and I meant to read that." To the next page, which I have a post-it note that says I should name this turn page triumphs. I just haven't decided on how I want to label it because of how I've got the book that's laying down there and with the darker background. So we'll see how I'll name that. But the rug that's here, it says that's the thing about books. They let you travel without moving your feet. And so again, just kind of coming into how we're going to use it. Anytime I had flipped the page, this book would fall out. So I had to put a little, what do we call it? I can't think of it, but as you can see, I'm flipping through the book and it is showing you my bookshelf key and then the different pages that are going to be there. So it'll be things like most read author, genre, those types of things that you'll find, but I just haven't labeled the individual pages. As we flip the page, we're at our book bingo. So the bingo, I've already filled in the board. I just need to put a picture in our free space. And then over to the side, we've got our second page where we'll either write what the bingo square is and then the book title, or I just may have it with the book title and author and then determining how that it will correlate to the bingo squares. I just haven't decided yet. But the way I did it in my previous journal was I had it by the wants and then the book title. So as we move over to the next is where we have my ratings page is going to be. So I'm going to work on putting the title here. It's going to be a library card, and that library card will have what my ratings are actually going to be. Then you'll see buzz and book total, the books read. This is where I'm going to have I need a stencil in my honeycombs just so that it gets filled in with just the total number of books read. And here you can see I'm showing you the library card that I'm going to be using. And I can determine if I want the coffee station to be the pocket or if I'm going to use a traditional library card. So now we're going to take a look at my bookshelf. So my bookshelf is where I wanted it to have enough books and deco that was in it. I drew out the bookshelf itself, but then I started to draw on the books, and it just got a little crazy. I wasn't doing that great with the books, and I needed them to be big enough for me to write because I have big handwriting. So I actually had a printout of an actual bookshelf, so I had to resize it, and so then I cut the books out and then pasted them in, so it gave it some texture. So with it giving it texture, it gives it a different look. And then I preferred it this way. So then I started adding things like from sticker books. You can see I have a post-it note, just tells me how many books I have on the shelf. And I have 67 on this page. And just kind of showing you, like here, the photo frame came also from that printable bookshelf, so I cut it out. The cup, I cut it out, colored it. And then the others are just like stickers that I have from either clip art, like this read on is from a clip art. The boxes were from an actual sticker book. So I've got them from various places. Like this is an actual book cover, and there was another book cover I was going to add to my shelf, but I forgot to put it into the bookshelf. But you'll see that this actual bookshelf is a Dutch door. So when you flip it over, here's the remaining portions of the book. And same thing, we've got our deco that's going on there, my little note that tells me how many books are on that page. But I want it to be one continuous item so that when you flip it, it still looks like it's a part of the actual bookshelf. And now we're going to move over to our Bliss, Plot Twist, and Mild Delusion page. And this page has every month here listed. And it's basically going to track the ebooks, audiobooks, duals, where I read both ebook and audiobook together, physical. And then how did I get it? Through Hoopla, Libby, Kindle Unlimited, or other. Because I bought something through the Black authors, I can't remember the name of the site, but some of those books, it actually had required me to get a different app, so that's why I have the other, just in case I get some books that I have to go through something other than my Kindle Unlimited app. So then I'm going to continue to work on this particular page and add some deco and such. And then the following page is a year of plot twists and page counts. And so it will have the number of books, pages, hours, and then it will also end up showing the slowest reading month, and then the best reading month is what I have at the bottom. So then as we turn, I'm not a nonfiction reader in classics, but I figured I'd give it a stab. So it only gets one page. It's going to stay this way. I'm not doing anything additional to this unless I'm adding the book covers. If and when, and I'm hopeful that I do get a nonfiction or a classic book read, and I'll add it. On the following page, you'll see that I have the Retelling Reading Challenge. And so in the Retelling Reading Challenge, I got this inspiration again from a printed reading journal, and it has the options of reading a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, Greek mythology retelling, a classic novel, and one based on folklore. So then I will add the book covers to it, and then add any additional decorations at that time if I choose to. Then we have the A to Z challenge. And so I made a little note that this challenge is going to engage both author and title. So the author last name. So I just wanted to have a little thing for myself to remind me, okay, it could be either or. And you can see I kind of did it as a Dutch door. Then we have the cover hunt. This was definitely something that I went through and I saw on a printed reading journal, and I wanted to recreate that in my bullet journal. So I put the books, and then I put the prompts of the covers that I would want to find here. And then we flip over. So here's my series tracker, but I call it series status, complicated. Some stories keep me up at night. The coffee just helps me survive them. Because it seems that every single time I pick up a book, I've been finding that the books that I've been choosing to read have been a part of a series. So I have it empty right now, and then I will start to add the books into the tracker as I start them. And again, I did it as a Dutch door because, again, it seems like a lot of the books I have are series trackers, or series. Then we have our Don't Judge Me by My Book covers. So the Don't Judge Me by My Book covers, because again, my book options may be a bit wild to some. But what I decided to do here is, again, a Dutch door approach. And that's because a lot of the books that I get are either from YouTube, TikTok, social media. It's always something, a book. So I want to keep track of those books. And this will be here. I don't want it to be called a TBR because, again, I don't have physical books at home. So I do ebooks, audiobooks. So I want to just have a place where I capture those different books that I've seen that I want to get. So I'm not going to go out there and just buy them to have them on a bookshelf. Instead, they'll live on these pages, these Dutch door pages. Again, don't judge me by my book cover. And they'll just be listed. There will be actual no book covers. There'll just be a list of the name of the book and the authors. Then here, I want to do a trope bingo to be one page. I have this page blank. And then the next couple of pages is supposed to be my book log, but I don't know if I'm going to move that and add some additional blank pages just because. But that's going to be the next thing I'm working on is my book log. And the tropes, as I said, it's not a complete item. It's just kind of where I'm at with my current setup for 2026. So just again, sharing what I've seen, the things that I wanted to kind of add to my reading journal, and hopefully that you'll get some inspiration. And if you enjoyed, you'll come back and see how I end up doing in part 2.